underway here in Philadelphia, and the Clippers control the tip with former Sixer Lou Williams.
I was interested to see how the matchups would go. That's a tough one for Korkmaz, having to guard Lou Williams. We'll see how he does there.
Paul George cans it. 3-92. It was the worst home loss in Cavaliers franchise history. Harris to the rim. Couldn't finish it. Simmons, the floater, doesn't go. Rebound, Embiid scores. You have answers for him.
No, and they will double team him some, but the catches he's had here early in the game, you can't double team.
Kawhi Leonard. Simmons with a head of steam, cut off by Leonard. Post-up opportunity. Now a switch. Simmons wheels to the rim. Richardson will handle it. Simmons off the ball. Richardson, jump shot, good looking delivery.
Him in the time that he was out.
Morris gets a touch. Nice screen. Morris sticks the J. George flips it ahead. Nice catch. Zubac's big finish. Then it's a bit of a mix and match with Doc Rivers. Richardson to the cup. Banks it home.
Natural position to me, particularly as his career has progressed. He's more of a 5 than a 4. He should be more comfortable in this role. We see him right away. Kicking him.
Clippers are 4 of 11 shooting. Harris, no hesitation. At the trade deadline, he is making his Sixers debut right now.
I think it's a great pickup for them as you see him come off and make that jumper. And you know what? I think the officials are relieved when the shot is missed. No, I really do, because, you know,
Miami and Dallas. And that was back in December.
Yeah, they've won 10 in a row here. And they don't just beat people. They pound.
Talented rookie, Matisse Thybulle. Excellent defender. Williams to the cup. He finishes. Robinson to Washington. Morris will get a breather here. 6 points. Leonard on the bench with 2 fouls. Hanging and hitting. Just under 19 points per game, 7 boards. Harrell rolls to the rim. Harris. Straight line drive for 2. 3-and-D wing. The numbers aren't big, but he plays a role on this squad. Harrell back in. Oh, that spin is...
allows the Clippers to do what very few other teams in the league can do. They can sit down both of their stars, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, at the same time. What's that do? It allows them to play together. That they made was very important because that allowed them to have scoring on the bench and put Korkmaz in the
offense for LA. And it's a 6-point game, 2-for-1 opportunity here for Philly. Harris, the handles. Harris, off balance to Leonard.
And Brett Brown didn't even know that he was going to play for sure in this new rotation of his. So interesting to see him in the game. I think Embiid's foul troubles impacted that a little.
Korkmaz, no. Horford, the offensive board. Scott ready to fire. Rims out on a 3. Simmons, terrific board. And somehow gets that one up. And
Ben Simmons does a little bit of everything for this team. I think he is a great player. He's 4th in the league in assists. Hit hard and play it well.
His team is up by 8. Richardson, the drive. Oh, it ends up being a pass.
That's where she sometimes is good. I don't know that the organization necessarily feels that way, but Joel seems to thrive in it.
Leonard on a cross. Korkmaz nearly took it away. What a find! Harrell the flop.
Yeah, and one thing we've noticed from Brett Brown here, he didn't give Ben Simmons much rest. With Kawhi Leonard, just another part of the best bench in the NBA.
70% of his points have come from 3-point territory. 5th highest percentage in the league. Clippers 51.2 per game and number 1 in bench rebounds. Morris the pull-up pop. 50% shooting. And the Philadelphia native Morris playing a key role.
He loves coming home to play, Ian. Loves being in this building, family and friends around.
And they needed that edge that he brings. Zubac. Simmons with some pace here. They funnel him to Leonard. That sweeping move from Ben.
And I'm going to guess that probably wasn't a foul either.
Morris, the open look. That's shooting practice for him.
New York to LA on Friday, and like all of us have experienced trying to fly from New York to LAX, delayed by multiple hours. That was just the start of 4 flights in 4 days for Morris as he joined the team in Minnesota and then played in Cleveland the other night. Here, game number 2. Said he needed a lot of that iron to help pay for the 40 tickets that he had to buy for friends and family in attendance here tonight.
Yeah, I think he's good. A fadeaway. Sixers have been called for just 2 fouls so far tonight, both of them on Embiid. Leonard using the body. Over Thibault. He gets the roll.
Seen in my time in the league, I came in the league in the mid-90s, I haven't seen a rookie guard defend like that.
Look out, Simmons switching hands. And Philadelphia jumps back in front. Harrell in, replacing Zubac. Isolation, George. I'll copyright that.
Josh Richardson, like Thibault, a great defender, but simply not big enough.
There's a lefty with either hand. 12 points for him.
Actually finishes better with his right hand around the basket.
Leonard, bottom. And a reset here for Philly. Harris turns the corner. Leaves it for Simmons, who lays it in. 4.3. Horford back for Simmons. Makes his move. Simmons. Regularity. He's got 16. Williams using the George screen. All the way to the hoop for Leonard. 5 seconds left. Simmons the shake and bake. The spin. The flip. Missed it. At the horn.